Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's now time for NBA, WNBA two-pack. Ramon Scott. You find the screenplays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring him right now for the Saturday card. Ramon, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, should be a fun weekend of action here as we get ready for a couple of great days of sports. We've got more WNBA here on Saturday with a couple of featured games for the week. These are kind of the big TV matchups on Saturday, and they go off early, so let's preview them.
Let's get to them here. We started off 1 Eastern time. ABC will televise Liberty and Sky. Liberty 5.5 on the road, total 163.
Yeah, good thing we got this one going off first with the Liberty in the Sky. Still big attraction, I would think, still, despite the Sky in the bottom half of the column right now, bottom half of the standings. Liberty, of course, riding high, number one right now. But, Tony, interesting. Brianna Stewart, questionable for this one. She never misses a game, really, over the last few seasons. So we'll be interested to see Stewart's status here in this one. Right now, questionable coming into this one. So that's just something to keep an eye out on. It hasn't really affected much in the line movement so far. Tony, well, a little bit of a move here to the Sky, no doubt, but a hamstring injury. So definitely something to check on here before this early start. For the Liberty coming into this one, the teams just played on Thursday, a 91-76 win for the Liberty over Chicago. Chicago led by 13 in the first half, but a 14-1 run by the Liberty put the Sky away in that one. Sabrina Ionescu really stepping up her scoring prowess, giving us what we usually might expect from her three straight 20-point games right now, Tony, as she starts cooking. And I would think for Courtney Vandersloot, who has been struggling, no doubt, of late, if anything, for the Liberty. I mean, it's kind of hard to fault anything they're doing, but Vandersloot, really, for all of their successes at Liberty, she's been kind of in the negative, in the plus minus in her minutes. But I would think here this is going to be a pretty good matchup for Vandersloot in this game against Chicago. And I think the Liberty guards can have success here. Also, I would think John Cole Jones against Cardoso should have a pretty good matchup. One thing, Cardoso, certainly her and Reese grabbing those rebounds, but Cardoso is struggling defensively to stop some of the better scoring big persons in the league right now. So I'm going to look for this one to go over. You have Kennedy Carter right now really scoring well for the Sky. She's in a real good spot offensively, especially if Stewart misses. There's also some other injuries here a little bit. Phoebus is going to end up being in the starting lineup possibly for the Liberty. So I would think that Kennedy Carter, Angel Reese could have strong offensive games here. I'm going to end up going over. The first meeting went for 171 points back on May 23rd. That was a Sky win early in the season. New York won 88-85 on June 4th. That went for 173 points. So, yeah, maybe the last one just snuck over by a point. But I'm going to end up taking the over in this one, Tony, at 163. I think I'm getting a little bit of bonus here. This one opened a couple points higher. So I like that.
All right, well, Scott, click the link below for his best bets. Liberty Sky. Liberty Sky to go over total in this one. Hey, guys, please use that promo code Tony T at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Ramon's best bets. All right, let's continue here on his WNBA 2-pack as we get ready here for the next game on the board. Sparks at Wings on CBS. So we see the Wings 3.5, total 171.
Okay, so they got the short end of the stick or the short straw over there on the eye. So CBS has this one with the Sparks and the Wings. I'm feeling contrarian here too, Tony. Yeah, the Wings are the over team maybe this season here in the league. We know we got the two cellar dwellers here in this one, but at least we've got a tight matchup. With the 3.5 point spread, but you see this total here, 170, 171 or so. The two teams right now just have 10 wins between them. Just a half a game separates them at the bottom of the standings. But LA, they've lost 10 of their last 11, including an 82-67 loss last time out. I mentioned that, just scoring 67 points for their second lowest output of the season. for Dallas, like I said, they are an over team, Tony, but just note this, even though out of their 23 games this season, most of them have gone over, but uh, when the games have gone under, it seems it's always against a team where the opponent has a worse offensive efficiency. In other words, in this game, Tony, Dallas is number 8 in offensive efficiency, and the Sparks are number 11. They're below Dallas. Dallas is 1-8 to the under when their opponent is rated worse in offensive efficiency. So the fact that this total has moved 3, 4 points here to the over makes me feel like I've got a great contrarian spot, actually, Tony, in this one. LA also 1-7 to the under off of a spread loss, and they're just starting to uh, piece it together here a little bit in this last game or two because Azura Stevens has returned to the lineup. LA's having a couple of injury woes too. Stevens hasn't played all season due to an arm injury. She's been thrust into the starting lineup here, so I don't know if Stevens, even though that she does have scoring capabilities, is quite ready to step up big time here in a game that we're seeing now at 170 here with these two teams that yeah, Dallas goes over, but maybe it's because of some of their uh, defensive lapses here against some of the better teams. So teams have split the last two meetings this season. Dallas won at LA on May 26th, and the Sparks returned the favor. That one was also back in LA on June 7th. So I'm going to go under here, Tony. Dallas certainly struggling too. They have just 2 wins since May 26th. They've dropped 5 of their last 6 games right now. So I'm going to go under with this one. The two weakest teams in the league, yeah, maybe they don't play that good a defense, but right now there are some issues in a few of the spots here offensively. I just don't think we'll get full contributions offensively from the top players, if you will, and I think that'll keep it under 170.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his premium picks, Sparks and Wings to go under total in this one. All right, we got you through this 2-pack here from the WNBA. So now it's time to turn our attention over to Tony'sPicks.com here for the card on Saturday. Loaded here with lots of sports, WNBA, MLB, MLS, NBA Summer League. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
All of it, Tony. It's going to be a huge day, and I'm ready for a huge day. So mostly maybe focused in on this MMA card from Denver. I've got a nice card here of MMA action. I'll be featuring a package of plays at Tony'sPicks.com. You see, you can grab these 3-day All Sports Pass, weekly All Sports Pass, but the 3-day will get you Saturday, Sunday, Monday, including a huge day tomorrow. There's a big time baseball card, of course, with full slate of games. Back to doubleheader out there. So 16 games in baseball. I'll have at least a 5-pack here rolling, Tony, in the major leagues. You mentioned it also. Major League Soccer's got a card. I'm definitely going to be hitting that up. Probably get at least a 3-pack out of that. And yeah, I'm probably going to have one play, I think, out of these two. Not going to say which one it is, Tony, but one game's pretty good and one game's not so good. So we'll have one premium, I think, in the WNBA. If the line breaks right, I think we could get a second, but that's just the way I'm looking at it. I've got plenty of action. I'm a high volume capper here at Tony'sPicks.com. So the 3-day All Sports Pass will set you straight if you want to ride with me, need a little bit extra on some of these games. You mentioned NBA Summer League, Tony, on Saturday as well. There's 8 games, and I went pretty hard in the action. I got beat by half a point in a couple of games, I think, there on Friday. So I'll be looking out for revenge here on Saturday in the NBA Summer League, but an 8-game card. And we saw some interesting players out there. I really was impressed, actually, Tony, with Arisha Shea yesterday. So I think it's pretty exciting to see these young players here in Las Vegas this weekend. And again, this is no joke, right? I mean, basically talking about 70 games in the next week plus with the NBA Summer League. So I'll probably have close to maybe 20 plays by the time it's all said and done, maybe even a couple dozen in the NBA Summer League here. I love watching those games and handicapping. This is kind of a fun for the handicapper, I think, these type of games. Want to get some wins out there, so we'll have some here on Saturday, and I'll touch on some on the show in the morning too, Tony, tomorrow. But use that promo code Tony T at checkout, save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine, on Saturday in those individual sports, individual packages as well. You can get that 3 day, 7 day, or 30 day. But on Saturday, Tony, I'll have probably multiple packages, maybe a little early action, a little late action, including the MLS and MMA card. So we'll be going at it here strong over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Got Ramon's got over at Tony's Space. Click the link in the description. Land here. You'll be able to get Ramon's premium plays here. Keep an eye here on the 1 day passes. Best bets, 3 packs, multi packs will be up there. Remember, the 1 day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning the most turn a profit or the amount you purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. But whatever you choose, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 20% off. Access Ramon's page again. Click that link in the description. Land here and get signed up. All right, Ramon also hosts the Morning Steam live here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Our free pick from every game for the major board. Also some peripheral picks in there. The show is chat driven, so folks in the chat can chime in with their picks and their suggestions. All right, for Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk tomorrow.